Oh, it's actually recording. Hi, Layla. Hi, Maureen. What's up, Jen? How's it going, you guys? Happy Thursday. All right, cool. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes and we'll get started. Lots of legs today, legs and abs, a little bit of arms. All right. Cool. So you can, hi, Bonnie. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Okay.
Good. All right. Cool. So if you want to leave your cameras on, you can. If you're more comfortable with them off, that's totally cool too. As always, I'm not going to be watching you. I'll be doing the workout with you, demonstrating. We're using the same format that we've been doing, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. They're going to be 8-minute blocks today. So it's 4 exercises that we'll repeat twice through. And then there's 5 blocks. So it's a 40-minute workout. And I'm just going to give it 1 more minute. What's up, Camille? All right, guys, cool. So again, the camera's up to you if you want to keep it on or off, and just make sure that your audio is muted just so there's no distractions. And then we're going to wait until 2:01 and we will get started. I'm just going to get my timer app set up real quick. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let me get this open. First one, we're going to start on the mat on our hands and knees. So we're going to be in a quadruped position. And I'll show you the first one before we start the workout. We're going to go into alternating bird dog. So we're going to start with the opposite arm and leg out. We're going to tuck the chin to the chest, tap the elbow to knee, lengthen the arm and leg, and then set the arm and leg down, and we'll switch. We're going to do that for 45 seconds. So when you come down to your mat, we'll start on the hands and knees. Your shoulders are right over wrists. Hips are directly over those knees. And get this timer started, and we will begin in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So I have my right arm and left leg long. We're going to round the spine, lengthen the arm and leg, set them down, and then switch. So we're trying to round the spine as much as we can, getting the abdominals engaged as we stretch the back. Tapping the elbow to the inside of the knee. You want to make that connection, and then really push away from the mat with your stabilizing arm. Okay, false start, you guys. We have 45 seconds. I forgot to start the timer, so we're going to get a couple extra reps on this one. Reaching the arm and leg long, exhale around, inhale, lengthen, and come back down. So nice and slow here for the first movement. The first block is all pretty much like a warm-up set, just getting the body moving in all directions, getting the front, back, and side bodies engaged. We'll have some core, some legs, and a little bit of upper body in today's workout, so it's pretty well balanced. We'll move the spine in all directions, and we have 10 seconds left here. So during the 15-second transitions, I'll be demonstrating the next exercise. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. The next one's going to start in a plank. I'm going to step my right foot out, outside the right hand, twist the torso, plant the palm, step the foot back, and then switch sides. So you have a lizard with rotation. And we start that in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to plant my right foot flat, twist open to the right, plant the palm down, step back to plank, and then step the left foot out, twist left, back to center, and back to that plank. So this one's really great to open up the hips, getting a nice stretch in the hip flexor muscles as we step the leg forward. That back leg is getting a real nice stretch. And then as you twist, you want to think of reaching straight up through the ceiling so that we're not over twisting or reaching back, rather straight through your ceiling. You have 15 seconds to go here. And our next exercise is going to be kneeling. You have 8 seconds. If you have any knee injuries or sensitivities, you can always do the kneeling exercises standing. Let's go to our knees in 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to face forward, knees hip distance apart, arms out like a T. I'm going to cross my right arm over left, open the arms to a T, and then side bend to the right, come center. And then we cross left over right, open the arms, side bend left. And we start that in 3, 2, 1. So we cross, open, side bend, come center. And then cross the left, open, side bend left, and come center. Now on this side bend, we want to keep the hip bones really square. So notice how my arms are making a vertical line rather than reaching across the body or over bending. We're just going into a little tiny side bend and the arms go vertical. So keep the glutes slightly squeezed together. You want to keep equal weight through the knees, stretching out the side body, and we're going to go for 10 more seconds here. Cross, open, side bend. Keep the fingers squeezed together and you'll feel more work in your arms. Our next one is standing. Let's go ahead and rest. We have a squat to a calf raise. I'm going to face the side. As I squat, my arms go forward. We're going to come up, lift the heels, and drive the arms back. So we inhale down, exhale up. That starts in 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, squat, hips go back and down, rise up. And then as you lift the heels, you're pressing your palms back through the wall behind you, like you're trying to high five that wall. Inhale as you lower, and exhale as you lift. As the arms go back, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, just like chest expansion that we would do on the reformer. Same thing here. You go squeezing the shoulder blades and driving the palms back, reaching the fingertips down to the ground as the crown of your head reaches up through the ceiling. We have about 10 seconds to go here. And then those are the 4 exercises. We'll repeat them one more time. We're going to come back down to hands and knees in 3, 2, and 1. Back down to hands and knees. We have that alternating bird jog. 10 seconds to go. We're going to start with one arm and the opposite leg out in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So have the left arm, right leg. We tuck and round. Lengthen the arm and leg, set them down, and switch. On your second round through, see if you can maybe lengthen the arm and leg a little bit further from each other, maybe round the spine a little bit more, get deeper into that range of motion. So as I reach forward, my palm is facing inward, and it's going to stay there the whole time. So the pinky finger is down, and the thumb is pointing up to the ceiling. Now, as you lift the leg, think of squeezing your glute and the hamstring muscles. So it's not about how high the leg lifts, it's more about just engaging the back of the leg, and it should go about hip height, not a whole lot higher. We have 7 seconds. We're going to go back to that lizard with rotation in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. We're going to go into that plank position to start. We'll step the right leg out, side the right hand, and then twist the torso to the right. We start that in 5. Tuck the toes, lift those knees in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Step that right foot out, twist right, plant the palm, step back and switch. Left foot out, twist left, plant the palm, step back and switch. So my back leg is pretty straight, not locked out, but not visibly bent. As you step the foot forward, you want that heel to stay down. And then when you twist, really push away from the mat. So you're pushing one arm down as you reach the other arm up. Your eyes follow your spine, so you're looking up towards your hand as you twist. Since the spine rotates, the neck will also. About 15 seconds here. We're going to go kneeling, arm crossed to side bend next. And we have 5 seconds here. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. So back to your kneeling position. Remember that you can totally go standing if you have any knee injuries or sensitivity. Arms are out wide, knees are hip distance apart. We'll cross the right arm over left in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we cross, open, side bend, and back to your T. Then cross the left, open, side bend left, and back to your T. So for this one, the palms are facing down. When you cross the arms, perfect. And then we want to keep that equal weight through the knees. Keep your ribs drawn together, navel pulling back in towards your spine. And then when you cross the arms in front of you, feel your chest muscles engage. When you open the arms, feel your back muscles engage. So we have front and back side body. The shoulders are working, keeping the arms really straight. And we have 10 seconds. Cross the right, and then side bend right. Cross the left, and then side bend left. We have that squat to calf raise in 3, 2, and 1. Come back up onto your feet. And we're going to go into that squat and calf raise. Feet are hip distance apart in parallel. So my toes are pointing straight forward. I always like to check my toes, make sure they're aligned. Sometimes one foot's further forward. Take a peek, and we start in 3, 2, 1. Squat down, come up, and then drive the palms back as you lift the heels. Inhale down, exhale up, and reach those arms back. So when you squat, you're looking down towards the top of your mat, and when you rise, you're looking up to eye level. Inhale when you lower, and exhale, lift up, bring those heels up. So again, this block was all just warming up, kind of moving the body in all directions, getting everything ready to go for the workout. The next one, we're gonna be standing, and it's all lower body work here. We have 10 seconds to go, and then I'll show you the next exercise. 5 seconds, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the next one, we're gonna go into a curtsy lunge. I'm gonna do 1 pulse, come up and lift the leg that stepped back. So I'm stepping my right leg back, I pulse once, come up, flex the foot, lift the leg. We start that in 3, 2, and 1. So prayer position as you step back. Pulse it 1 time, come up, hands to hips, and then lift the right leg with the flexed foot. So we curtsy, pulse, come up, and leg lift. Curtsy, pulse, lift the leg, foot is flexed, so you can feel that into the side of your butt. So we're staying on the same leg the whole time. 1 little pulse at the bottom, rise up. Now when you come up, you want to really drive your standing heel into the ground and send the hip forward slightly so you can feel the back of that glute engage. Pulse once, come up, and leg lift. Curtsy, pulse, and leg lift. When I lift the leg, I want to point the big toes inward a little bit so that my foot stays parallel. And that was our 45 seconds. Go ahead and rest, shake it out, we'll do the other side. I'll show you from the side real quick. When you go into the curtsy, we want to make sure the spine is straight. We are not rounding, so the chest stays up. We'll start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we step the left leg back. Pulse 1 time, come up, hands to hips, and then lift that left leg. So I really like the hands on hips for the leg lift because you can feel when they're level. When I lift the left leg, the left hip kind of wants to hike up. With the hands on your hips, it gives you great feedback. And you can feel that they're square, not allowing that left hip to lift up. Pulse, and come up, and leg lift. When you lift that left leg, turn your big toes just slightly inward. There's a lot of high to low in this block. You're going down and up a lot. So you're gonna feel that heart rate increase. You get a little bit of cardiovascular work here. We'll work in the legs and the heart. Step it back, pulse it, lift it up. We have 5 seconds. Let's do 1 more rep. In 3, 2, 1. Next exercise, we have a lateral lunge. I'm gonna come up and balance. So it's my left arm going across to the right ankle. I'm gonna come up, balance on that left leg, right arm goes up. We start that in 4, stepping out to the right in 3, 2, 1. So the right leg bends, and then we come up, right leg goes in tabletop, left arm goes to the ceiling. So you're kind of windmilling the arms around. They're in a diagonal line as you lunge, and they go to a vertical position as you rise. Inhale to your lunge, exhale to balance. Now again, I'm driving that left heel into the ground as I come to standing, squeezing that left glute, and then feeling a big stretch on the outer right thigh as I step out into the lateral lunge. Now as I twist, I want to keep the back flat. So again, remember the hand does not have to touch all the way to the ground. If you feel like your back is rounding, or if you feel any strain on your back, don't come down so low. We're here for just 4, 3, 2, and rest. We'll do the other side. So now we're going to step out to the left side, and then we'll come to balancing with that left leg in tabletop. So you start that in 7 seconds. Catch your breath. Get ready to start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So we lateral lunge to the left. Find your balance, and then go back into your lateral lunge. So when I go into that side lunge, I'm feeling a big stretch on the inner thighs. And then when I come up, I'm just trying to find my balance, really driving that heel into the ground. Inhale down, exhale, come up and balance. My fingertips are reaching about a palm distance in front of my left foot. And again, if you feel like the spine is rounding, either don't come down so low or reach further forward. We all have different lengths of our spine, so maybe it's just that you need to reach further forward to keep the body from rounding. Inhale down, exhale, come back up. So this is the 4th exercise. We're going to repeat this whole block 1 more time. We have 3, 2, and rest. So now we go into that curtsy pulse leg lift. We're going to curtsy back, pulse once, come up and lift the leg. We'll start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Prayer position. Step back, pulse 1 time, come up, flex the right foot, little leg lift. I want to make sure that the leg is not lifting so high that your hip also lifts. It's just the leg tip moves. So that space between my ribs and hips here stays long. As I come up, keep that space lengthened. Curtsy, pulse, leg lift with control. Keep the core muscles engaged. This is helpful to protect the back as we go into that curtsy. So we're hinging at the hips. We're not staying vertical. You want your body to be in a diagonal position as you curtsy, and then vertical as you rise. We have 8 seconds here, and we'll switch sides in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last time on the other side. We'll be stepping the left leg back, and then lifting that left leg up. 8 seconds, start with the feet hip bone distance, and we begin in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the left leg back, pulse it 1 time, come up, flex the foot, lift your leg. Curtsy, pulse, and leg lift. Hands to prayer for the curtsy, and straight to the hips for that leg lift. Flex the foot when you lift the leg up, and think of turning your big toes slightly in, and your heel pressing outwards. So it's all into the side of the leg and the hip. 20 seconds to go. Couple more reps here. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Try to get deep into that curtsy, so eventually the knee is tapping the ground. And we have 5 seconds. Let's do one more rep. And 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, so we're gonna go lateral lunge to balance. I'll show you that one from the side 1 time. Make sure the spine stays straight. We are not rounding. So we're here, and then we're here up in tabletop. We start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lateral lunge. Come up, find your balance, and then go back into it. Windmill those arms around so they're vertical as you balance, and they're a little diagonal as you lunge. Spine straight is your #1 goal, so there's no rounding. You want to step that right leg out as far as you can, reaching your hips back as the chest twists towards the right wall. And we're here for 20 more seconds. Somehow this second set is way harder to balance. When you come up, think of driving through all 4 corners of that left foot. Big twist in the torso, getting lots of good spinal mobility here. And we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. So if you ever want to go through the 15-second transitions, you totally can, especially during the second set through, you'll already know the next exercise. So if you want to ditch the rest, feel free to do that. We're going to start left side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Step out to the left. Come up, find your balance, and then come back into the lunge. Inhale down, and exhale up. So we want to squeeze that right glute as we come to standing and bring that left thigh bone parallel to the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale up. Our next block is going to be abs and back, and then we'll go back to lower body. Okay, so we have 10 seconds left, and I'll show you the next exercise, moving on to block 3. So it's going to be a variation of a bicycle crunch. We have 5 seconds. I'm going to hit the mat and show you that in 3, 2, and 1. So it's just like a bicycle crunch, but we're going to pulse it. So we start with the legs in tabletop. I'm going to twist left, pulse my body 1 time, switch sides. Pulse 1 time, switch. So I'm lifting the chest a little higher, and then switching. We start that in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to bicycle to the left, lift the chest even higher, switch to the right, lift the chest even higher. Switch to the left, lift higher, switch to the right, little pulse. Oh my God. All right, so if you just heard me freak out real quick, I saw this little tiny spider when I was setting up my camera for this workout, and then I flicked it off my hand and could not find it. That's why I was kind of late for class today. I just found it. It was on my pants. It's right there. Thanks, Lynn. My boyfriend's over here in the corner doing the workout with us. He killed the spider. Don't worry. Okay, next exercise. We're doing back bows. You're on your belly. You're going to lift your arms and chest up. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen the arms, and then lower. I knew that was going to happen. We start in 3, 2, and 1. So we lift the arms and chest, bend the elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades. lengthen the arms, and then lower. The legs stay down, your knees are lifted, but your feet stay down on the ground. All right, so as you lift the chest, you want to keep your gaze down to the mat so that we're not crunching the neck. I like to go open palms as I lift and then close the fists as I pull the elbows wide. You'll feel a little bit more work happening into your back. Okay, we have 10 seconds. We lift, squeeze, lengthen, and lower. Let's go for one more rep here. We are back on our back in 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, back onto your back. If you guys have ever taken my class, especially at Club Pilates, you'll know that I'm deathly terrified of spiders. Okay, so reverse bicycle, legs straight, hands behind the head. We're gonna bend one leg, twist, come center, and switch. We start in 3, 2, and 1. So starting with straight legs, we're gonna twist towards the leg that bends, come back to center, and switch. Inhale, center, exhale, switch. Inhale, center, exhale, switch. So again, the low back stays glued down to the mat. Starting with straight legs is going to be your more intense variation. If you need to reverse that, you can always go to a regular bicycle, or if you need to bring the legs higher, you can absolutely do that. Keep the elbows really wide so that when you twist, it's rib to hip rather than elbow to face. So not a shoulder rotation, but a torso twist. We have 7 seconds. The next one is going to be in a plank position in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to show you from the front so you can see. I'm in a plank. I'm going to just tap my right hand to left shoulder and then left hand to right shoulder. So you can bring your legs wider for more support if you need it. We start that in 3, 2, and 1. Shoulder taps. Right hand, left shoulder. Set it down. Left hand, right shoulder. Set it down. The goal here is to keep everything still with the arms so that we are not rocking side to side. Wider stance provides more support. Narrow stance is more intense. Keep your pelvis and ribs slightly tucked together on the front side body. This helps to prevent our hips from sinking down or our low back from arching. If it feels really easy, walk your feet closer together. I want this to be challenging for you to keep the hips square. We have 10 seconds to go. Ears up in line with shoulders. We're going to go back to the first bicycle variation, bicycle with a pulse, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. Okay, so bicycle crunch with a little pulse. Legs in tabletop, hands behind the head. We start in 5 seconds. I'm going to twist left in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So left leg is bent, and then I pulse once, twist to the right, pulse once, switch. One leg is super straight with the toes pointed. The other leg is bent at 90 degrees. Twist, pulse, switch. Lift a little higher, switch. Lift a little higher, switch. Okay, we're about halfway, 20 seconds to go. I know these ones are tough. This is the last time we have to do it. We're going to switch into that back bow next, working the backside body. Rest in 8 seconds. This feels like a really long 45. We have 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, go ahead and lie down onto your belly. I'm going to show you this one from the back real quick. Arms are straight. We're going to bend and squeeze, lengthen, and then lower all the way down. We start that in 5 seconds. Knees up, legs turned out. 3, 2, 1. So arms and chest lift. Make your fist, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the arms, and lower everything. Lift and squeeze and lengthen and lower. Now on this one, it's super important to keep your abs and your glutes engaged. It is not about how high you can lift the chest. It's very easy to lift too high and use the lower back to do that. I do not want your low back to change position at all. It is your mid back, like right above the bra line, shoulder blade area that we're lifting. Low back actually stays pretty stable. So again, it's not the highest lift ever. Definitely not about the range of motion, more about control and focusing on where this movement happens. 3, 2, 1. On your back, reverse bicycle. So we start with the legs straight, hands behind the head, and we have 5 seconds. Lift the chest, straighten the legs, reverse bicycle in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bend the right leg, twist right, come back center, bend the left leg, twist left, and come back center. Toes are pointed, elbows are wide. Exhale, twist, inhale, center. The legs can be separated as you come back to center. They do not have to touch each other. Just focus on lifting as high as you can with the upper body and bringing the legs as low as you can without allowing your back to arch. So you're really driving that low back down into the mat. 15 seconds. We're going back to the plank shoulder taps. And then we will go into block 4. Okay, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, even yourself out and rest. Plank shoulder taps. High plank position. If you need to modify this one, you can always keep your knees bent and just hover the knees. That shorter level will make it, shorter lever will make it a little nicer. We start in 3, 2, 1. Find your plank. Left hand taps the right shoulder. Set it down and switch. Remember, if it's really easy, if you feel like you're not rocking side to side at all, walk your feet closer together. You want it to be tough. Challenge yourself. Push away from the floor with one palm as you tap the other one to the shoulder. A little bit of a pause. It's not fast. Keep the navel lifted. Keep the ears lifted. Nice and stable. The only thing moving is your arms. See if you can walk those feet an inch closer together, like you're on a tightrope. And you have 10 seconds. Next one, we're going in quadruped position, so hands and knees, and I'll show you that one in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So hands and knees, I'm going to circle my right leg out, up, and down. My foot is flexed the whole time. We're going to stay in the same direction the whole time. We start this in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So quadruped, just like we did for the bird dog, it's just shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Right foot is flexed, and you're keeping your heel squeezed close to your butt. As you circle the leg, your hips stay really square. So listen to your lower back. Make sure again there's no arching as we lift the leg. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged, just like the plank position that we just came from. So your upper body is still in that same shape as your plank. Your ears, shoulders, ribs, hips are in a straight line. Right leg's the only thing moving. You want your heel to reach up towards the ceiling, down and out to the side. We have 5 seconds and we'll rest and reverse this in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're gonna reverse that. This block, we're doing 4 leg exercises on the right, and then the second step through, we're gonna do them all on the left. So reversing directions, we're gonna flex the foot. We start in 3, 2, 1. So now I lift the leg up, circle out to the side and down. Lift up, out, and down. Now focus on the space in between your shoulder blades and see if you can separate it even more by pushing yourself away from the mat. So you're driving the palms down and lifting the chest up. Lift your belly button up away from your shirt. Think of narrowing the space between the navel and spine. We have about 20 seconds left here. This one, just like any other kneeling exercise, could be done standing up if you've got any knee stuff going on. You can do this in a hinged position with your hands on the wall or a chair or a counter. Any kneeling exercise can be modified to standing. It will just make it a little bit more challenging with the longer levers. And we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, side kneeling. I'm going to go on my left knee, left palm down, still working the right leg. All I'm going to do is lift the leg as I flex the foot, lower the leg as I point the toes. You could do this down on the hip if you need to. We start in 3, 2, 1. So as I lift the leg, I'm flexing the foot. As I lower, I'm pointing the toes. Flex and lift, point and lower. I like the top hand behind the head because it reminds you to keep your head back into your hand. You can always go hand on the hip, behind the back, or straight to the ceiling as well. You have a lot of options there. When you lift that right leg, you're flexing the foot, and you want the blade of your foot parallel to the ceiling. Notice how my leg is not really lifting any higher than my hip. So we're keeping the space between the ribs and hips long, not allowing the waistline to shorten. You can look down towards your left hand or straight forward. 5 seconds left. We've got one more exercise on this right leg. And of course, we save the worst for last. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and rest. Okay, so side hip raise. Now we're down on the hip and forearm. My knees are together. I'm gonna lift my hips as I rotate the top leg open and then come back down. So we start this in 5 seconds. My hips shoot forward as my knee goes up in 3, 2, 1. So bottom hip lifts, right leg rotates externally. My feet separate, so they're not touching as I lift, and then my knees and ankles come back together at the bottom. So legs are all the way together at the bottom, and then I'm gonna lift my hips, rotate up as I open the knee. A lot of movements happening here. So we have that hip hinging forward, we have the top leg abducting, rotating outward, and then we have the spine rotating up and back down. 15 seconds here. On this one, I can really feel my left side working here to lift, and my right side working to lift that right leg. 10 seconds, we're gonna do the whole sequence again with the left leg as our moving leg. In 5 seconds, we rest in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so quadruped position, left leg circles. Hands and knees, get ready. We're gonna start with the left leg going out to the left side like a fire hydrant in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the left foot, take it out to the side, up to the ceiling, and back down. Out, up, and down. So everything is still except the left leg. Out, up, and down. Keep the foot flexed, neck long, and use that breath. Exhaling out through the mouth, inhaling in through the nose. Ears, shoulders, ribs, hips, all in a straight line. Again, if you need to do this standing, you can. If you need to drop down to the forearms, you could do that as well. There's always ways to modify. 10 seconds to go. Keep that left foot flexed, right hip in line. Sometimes the right hip likes to sink out to the side. Focus on staying really level, square through the pelvis, and go ahead and rest. A good stretch after this one is a child's pose where we rock the hips over to the left side. That will help to open up that left outer thigh. We're going to reverse directions, going up, out, and down in 4. Flex your left foot, 3, 2, 1. So we lift, rotate out, and then go down. Now that left knee never actually touches the mat. And you're squeezing your heel towards your butt, and then trying to keep those hips square. For me, this side is a lot more challenging to keep my hips level, so I have to make those circles a little bit smaller so I can maintain good form. Just remember, I cue this a lot. It's not about the range of motion. Keeping your form good is more important than how much you are moving. So in Pilates, there's always something stable and something mobile. Right now, your whole body is stable except that left leg. That is the only thing that's moving. The higher you are from the ground or from your machine, if you're on the reformer, the more challenging it is to keep everything else still. So it's okay if the movement's not big. Go ahead and rest. That was 45. We're going to come again, side lying or side kneeling. Side kneeling is going to be more intense. The top leg is pointed. We're going to lift the leg, flex the foot. We start that in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the leg as you flex, point the toes as you lower. Exhale, lift and flex, inhale, point and lower. So I want to look at that left foot for a few reps, make sure that it's parallel. That means the blade of my foot is parallel to the ceiling. A lot of times that leg likes to externally rotate and your big toe is pointing upward. So just double check, make sure that your foot is flexed and parallel to the ceiling. Point the toes as you lower, flex as you lift. So you have ankle, plantar flexion, and dorsiflexion. You're moving the ankle in both directions. You want to keep your center really still and then maintain that space between the ribs and hips. If the neck is fatiguing, look down towards your right hand. Right toes are untucked, and we're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side hip raise. Come down onto your right hip and elbow. I'll show you this one again. You're going to bring the hips forward as you lift the top leg, rotate up, and come down. We start that in 5 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the hip comes up and forward, top leg opens, and then the hips go back and down. Exhale up, inhale down. I'm looking up to the left and down to the right. So I'm looking at the right elbow as I go down and at the left knee as I go up. Use that breath, inhale down and exhale up. Keep going here. We have 20 seconds left. I know this one is tough. After this, we are done with the legs. All right, 13 seconds. Let's do a couple more reps. Hips go forward as you lift. Hips go back as you lower. Okay, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kneeling tricep push-up. So it's like a kneeling plank position. I'm going to start in quadruped and then shift my hips forward. My elbows go really narrow, and then I push back up. If you'd like to do this from a plank and do full tricep push-ups, go for it. We start in 3, 2, and 1. So for a tricep push-up, your elbows are super narrow. So they're not going out to the side, they're going in towards your ribs. You go rotating those elbows in and push back up. Now your whole shape is lowering down in a straight line. So anytime you're in a plank, ears, shoulders, ribs, hips, knees, and if you're in the full plank, ankles as well, are all in a perfectly straight line. You're lowering the whole shape down and lifting the whole shape up. 15 seconds. Keep your core tight. Navel is lifted. Inhale down. Exhale up. Try to get your nose to tap the mat as you lower. We have 5 seconds. We're on our knees in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, this one's fun. Hands are behind the head. I'm going to take the left arm out. I'm going to go catch myself on the left, lift the right leg, come back to center. Right arm out, catch myself on the right, leg goes out, come back to center. Try to do this as controlled as you can. In 3, 2, 1. Lengthen that left arm. You're going to fall to the side, lift the right leg, come back up, lengthen the right arm, fall to the side, catch yourself, come back up, and try not to use a whole lot of momentum like I just did. So you're coming up, kind of rolling through the palm without really pushing yourself too far. Inhale as you sink down, exhale as you come back up. Inhale off to the side, exhale up. So this one's full body. You get upper body, lower body, and core. And we have 14 seconds to go. Couple more reps. We're going to be on our back for the next one. And an abdominal exercise in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So on your back, it's a toe touch crunch with a twist. Flex feet, legs to the ceiling, hands behind the head. I'm going to lift up, right hand to left arch. Come down, left hand to right arch, and come down. We start that in 3, 2, 1. So I'm taking my right hand outside the left foot, lower all the way down, left hand outside the right foot, and come all the way down. So the hand is reaching just past my foot, no further. So there's a little bit of a twist. It's more about the lift. Flex your feet. You're trying to stomp those footprints up to the ceiling. Aim to lengthen your legs as much as you can, and keep a slight tuck in your chin to the chest to protect your neck. So when you lift, you're looking like right between your knee and ankle, somewhere at mid-shin. Keep going here. Exhale, lift, twist. Inhale, lower. We've got 10 seconds to go here. Next one is going to be the last exercise, and then we'll repeat the block. We have 3, 2, 1. Okay, so next one, I'm going to start in a plank position, just like the runner's lunge. I step out, but I'm going to kick my left leg through, step back to the plank. Step the left foot out, kick the right leg through, step back to plank. In 3, 2, 1. Right foot plants, left leg kicks. Step back, find your plank. Left foot plants, right leg kicks. So I'm trying to tap my big toe to my palm, come back into the lunge, then to the plank. So you lunge, kick, lunge, and plank. Twist your body as much as you can. Feel this into the oblique to lift the leg up and across. 20 seconds to go. And last 15. We're going to go back through those 4 exercises one more time to finish this routine. 10 seconds. Step out, twist, step back, find your plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, kneeling tricep push-up next. Remember, if you want to pick it up, you can go into a full plank. 10 seconds, and we'll start this last round of block 5. 5 seconds. Plant those palms, shoulder distance, shift the hips forward. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push up. Elbows really narrow. Now for these tricep push-ups, you want your chest to go like in front of your fingertips. So you're going really far forward and then pushing straight up. This is really important to protect your wrists and your shoulders. So I'm going to bring that chest in front of the palms and then push straight up. 20 seconds. Keep the navel scooping upward. Notice how much lower you're able to get now versus your first rep. See if eventually you can get that nose to tap the mat and then push back up. Move the whole body as one shape. We have 5 seconds. Let's go for 2 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so next one is that kneeling tick-tock. We have the hands behind the head. We're going to take the right arm out to the side. We're going to control it out to the right as we lift the leg. Come back up to center, and then we'll switch sides. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Take one arm out. You're going to catch yourself on the palm. Lift the leg. Bring yourself back up without pushing too much. So a little bit of a push just to come back to center. Control it down. Find your center. Control it down. Find your center. So just like I always cue your landing toe ball heel, think of the same thing with the palm. Think of going from your like ball of the finger to the palm. So you're kind of rolling through and then come up from the heel of the hand through the fingers. Articulate the hand like you would with your foot when you walk. 10 seconds to go. And try not to sink into the mat. You're just barely tapping and pushing back to center. 3, 2, 1. And we have that twisted toe touch crunch. So we're on our back, legs up, feet flat. Hands behind the head. We're going to start with the head, neck, and shoulders down. Toes to the nose in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lift up. Left hand goes outside the right foot. Come back down and switch. So on these, you're lifting your sternum straight up in between the arches of your feet and reaching the opposite hand just slightly across the body. So the legs are not rotating. Your spine is not even really rotating. It's just your arm that's going across the midline of the body. Exhale up. Inhale down. Try to keep those feet flexed. Inhale down. Exhale up. Little tuck of the chin to the chest. If you're sweaty, your mat is probably going to make fart noises. It's okay. Nobody can hear you because your mic is off. And we're here for 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, last exercise. We had that plank kick through. If you need to modify this one, you can always come into that plank and just kick through without going into the lunge first. We're here for in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the right foot out. Kick the left leg through. Step it back. Find your plank. Step the left foot out. Keep the right leg through. Step it back. Find your plank. See if you can maybe move a little faster on this last round. Maybe twist a little deeper or lift that kicking leg a little bit higher. Halfway there. Exhale when you kick through. Try to tap the big toe to your palm. Make that connection. And you're kicking your leg out towards the front corner of your mat. Push away from the mat with the opposite arm. And we have 10 seconds. Plant the heel, kick the opposite leg through. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down to the knees. Open your knees hip distance and sit back on your heels. Take a child's pose, resting your forehead lightly on the mat. Catch your breath. Take a few big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then shift forward to hands and knees, quadruped. Keep your abdominals engaged and gently arch your back, reaching your sit bones back and your sternum forward. This is just to feel a stretch in the front body without overdoing it. Now tuck the chin to the chest, push away from the mat, round your spine, stretching the back side, activating the front body. One more time, keep your core gently braced, reach your sit bones up and back and your sternum up and forward. And then again, push into the mat, round the spine, separate the scapula. Come to flat back, neutral spine, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, find a downward dog. Aim to drive those heels down to the mat. They will most likely not touch, and that is okay. Reach the crown of your head between your fingers and start to pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other, stretching your calf muscles. And then let's walk the hands to feet or feet to hands. Plant your left palm in the center, like about a palm distance in front of your feet, and then open up to the right, bending your left knee. So the right arm is up, left knee is bent. Push away from the mat with the left as you reach up with the right, and then switch. Plant the right palm, bend the right leg, and twist open to your left. Come back to center, cross your hands to the elbows, bend your knees a lot, and let yourself hang heavy so your forehead is resting on your forearms. Gently shake your head yes and no, releasing tension from your neck. And then release your grip, tuck the chin, bend your knees so much that your thighs touch your belly, and then tuck the chin to touch your chest, roll the spine back up one vertebra at a time. The last thing to lift is your head. Once it does, we rotate the shoulders back and down a few times. Flip your palms open, and you guys are all set. Really nice work, you guys. Thank you for joining me for this Thursday mat Pilates workout. We'll be doing these classes Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays until the studios open back up, which looks like it should be pretty soon here. So just keep an eye out for any updates on my page on Instagram, Pilates and Pineapples. Also the studio pages, I'm sure you guys will hear once they do start to open up. We'll be updating you on all that stuff. If you have any questions, requests, anything at all, just let me know. If you're able to make a donation, my Venmo is SamBell22. It's greatly appreciated. If you have any referrals, any friends you think might enjoy class, let them know, send them my way. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys want to unmute your mic and say hi, you can totally do that.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome, Jen. You too. Good to see you always. Bye, Maureen. Thank you for joining.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Bonnie. Always good to see you. Have a good rest of your Thursday.
You too.
All right. Layla, thank you for joining. How you feeling?
Thank you. I'm feeling great. Thank you, Sam.
Good. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
You're welcome, Helia. Thank you for joining. All right, you guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.
See you. Bye.